Guys, it's the 24th of March and it's absolutely horrible. Heavy rain, strong winds. I mean, we knew it was coming, so no gardening today. However, I'm doing this on my phone, so I'm hoping, because it's a better lens than my camcorder, but you can see I cheated. I've reported I've had real trouble with Lolo Rosso, but can you see? I would say pretty much every seed I've chucked in there has germinated. Nothing on the spring onion yet, but that might confirm that that seed is no good. I have ordered some fresh seed. But look at that. I'm blown away. Almost every one germinated. So what I'm going to try and do tomorrow or the next day is somehow, if I can do it with tweezers or something, just put them into some little tray of compost, or I might even try and put them into, if I've got any CD modules left, just pop one or two into each module, but I'm going to try and transplant them anyway. So I'm thinking, in my office, this is what was our old kitchen. That's without any heating. It's 15 degrees C. So I think what's going on in the greenhouse is there's too much fluctuation in temperature, and that's why the ones I sowed in there didn't germinate. Anyway, if you have similar things, drop me a line, drop me a comment, let me know what you've found with things like that. Alright, catch you later. It's the 29th of March, Sunday, just another little update. Let me see if I can get the lid off here. So, tomatoes and peppers not doing too bad. I've only got 4 tomatoes, 1, 2, 3, 4 through so far. There's another one, no sorry, that's a pepper just coming through there. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 peppers, so there'll be 7. So that's not bad, and I have actually got, there's another tomato just come through there, so that'll be 5 out of 10, which, well, not too bad. I'd rather get maybe 7 or 8 out of 10. But we'll see. But that's a good start. I never usually do them this early. So I've got on a heater mat here, and then I've just sown some parsley in this little tray here. As I say, this room is fairly warm. We're at 17.5 just now with no heating on. I'll just go and give you a quick look in the greenhouse. Okay, so you can see the beetroot here have done really well. There's only about maybe 3 cells that haven't come through, so that's very good. The peas, again, pretty good. There's some haven't fired, but I'm happy with that. The onions, the stew-on onion sets are not looking too bad. And then what we got, Mizuna, again pretty good germ, just a couple of cells here missing. And this kohlrabi, wow, look at that, every single one, 100%. That's brilliant. So still nothing with the cabbage. What's this one? Savoy, and then that one's like a summer cabbage, I think. So nothing just yet. I'm living in hope with those. And then so I told you about I chitted the lettuce. So what I did was I transplanted the chits into this little tray of compost here, and then I've just pricked some out this morning into one of these CD modules. So there's, what will that be, 15 or something there. I've got my fresh spring onion seeds, so I've just sown the other side of the module with those, about 4 seeds in each one. So we'll see how we get on with that. Guys, it's 1st of April, back down on the micro orchard. Look at this blossom, that's damson. That's my grafted plum tree. That's a Victoria on a wild plum. And this is the plum tree. This is Victoria plum that I inherited when I got this piece of ground. So there's plenty of blossom about, and I think I mentioned earlier, it's always one of these things in this part of the world. If it's warm, then obviously we're going to get pollinators, and it was warm just as it started to come out. It's gone back bloody cold again, so that's not good for pollinators, so we can only see and wait and see what happens. But it's beautiful just to enjoy the blossom, you know, but obviously we want some fruit as well. Right, so anyway, Cat's been digging in the potato patch. The trials and tribulations of allotment gardening, eh? Well, it isn't an allotment really, but anyway, you know what I mean. It's alright. Used most of our leeks now. Just about 10 left or so. Then I'll just fork that bit over for... I might even put courgettes in there yet, we'll see. So I'm going to do a little bit of strimming. I haven't fixed my petrol ones yet, but I've got this little battery powered one which will do the job for now. Then I'm hoping to get some of my fruit trees and take 2 or 3 out here that aren't sort of doing very well. Well, they're on dwarfing rootstocks. I want to replace them with MM106, so we'll see how we get on, so I'll come back to you. Guys, I've got this trimming done. This first tree, this is a cooking apple. I think it's on M26 rootstock. It is quite, I think it's Arthur Turner, which is it is a good cooking apple, to be honest, and it crops well and regularly, but I just don't need it. So it's coming out, and I'm going to put a cider apple on MM106 in its place. So I'll bring you back once we've got that done. Right, there you go. That's sort of the root system you get on a semi-dwarfing tree. Just what I did, I cut the upper branches off first, and that just makes it easier and everything to get to, and then just cut round it with a spade. Obviously on a bigger rootstock you won't be able to do that. You'd need a mattock or something like that to sever the root system, but it's been a good tree, but it won't go to waste. It'll get sawn up for firewood, and that'll do for kindling. Right, let's go and grab the new one. So you can see that lighter soil, that's subsoil, so we're down to the pinland, well, subsoil anyway. It's pretty shallow, you've got about 1 spit, but that's all I need, so that should be just about perfect really. So what we've got, can you see that? MM106, and this is Browns. I think is it a bittersweet or a bitter sharp? It's a good cider apple. And then I've got some bone meal and some NPK grow more. So I'm just going to put a handful of each in there first. Then we'll get the tray in and check that it's at the right height and everything. Like you see, it's got a pretty healthy root system on it. That might just have to, in fact, you know what, I think that's pretty much, we get that kit in there. Might just come up an inch, perhaps throw an inch of soil down in the bottom and then put it back in. We should be up somewhere about there. Well, that's it. So that was the first one I did, and 2, then 3, then I decided to go further, 4 and 5, and I've identified, I'm going to let this one fruit this year, but that's going to come out. I planted one, but that's not doing any good, so I'll probably take those out and then maybe put 2 more in, or 3 more in this row, and that'll make that up. So yeah, I'm pleased I've got that done. And I think the other ones that it's down to me because I just neglected things, and they haven't grown straight at all. A lot of these, they're all like at weird angles. So really, I think I'm either going to try and regraft them or start again, because I want a decent straight tip like that one there. It's about 5 foot. That's a good tree. So it's good to start getting these finally sorted, because I think they've been in there about 4 years now. The other thing before I finish, I don't know if you can see that, there's a hoverfly just there, but anyway, the sun's come out, and with it as the pollinators, which I'm really happy about. So all is not yet lost. This camera won't pick them up, but there's honeybees, bumblebees and hoverflies, so you know, let's hope the guys do the job and we get some fruit. Thanks as always for watching. I do appreciate your support. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please really do consider taking a minute to think about subscribing. It will really help me help the channel out. Take care, see you in the next one. Bye for now.